Hey everyone, we are live. We are live. We are live. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. RT Bear here, coming to you live from Hack Shack Studios. How is everyone on this wonderful Sunday morning? I just had an amazing breakfast that my daughter cooked for us, and it was delicious. We had scrambled eggs and biscuits, like homemade biscuits, and we put some jelly on those biscuits, and it was delicious. It was delicious. So hope you all are doing well. I hope all the fathers are having a good time. It's your day, so go out and have some fun. I got two special guests coming in. I'm going to call them my sons for the show here, and that's the Diaz brothers. I should probably send them a link. Let me see here. Boop, but to boop, boop, boop. All right, there's a link. So we should have them coming in. So we're gonna do a little bit of celebration of our IPs, our Indiegogos. They have the Lost Pages, and I have Black and White Second Chance, which thank you guys so much. It's such a huge success, the Black and White. My wife and I later today are going to have to come up with a brand new campaign because we sold out of just about everything in the original campaign. I thought what we did in the first day would be the entire campaign. So I am completely overwhelmed in the best of ways. So this is a good problem to have, that you're pretty much sold out. We just sold out the featured tier. So most of the tiers with the Greg Capullo cover on them have sold out. I believe we sold out of all the early bird specials as well. So I talked to Comics Own Adam Post yesterday, and I think Vilnid came up with a pretty good idea that we would do a second printing for the Greg Capullo variant cover. And so I'm going to talk to my wife, Pamela, who's my partner in all this stuff and co-writer, and we are going to do some just finalizations on it. We're just going to make decisions and see if that's indeed what we want to do. So if we do that, then we're going to do, most likely, this is the Vilnit idea, that we would launch it as a virgin cover. So we would do the Greg Capullo without the black and white logo on it. And I believe on the site itself, it looks that way. Let me show it off real quick, just to make sure that I'm right, because sometimes I don't remember right. Yeah, so the featured tier is gone, man. I've never seen that happen. The early bird, we had this sold out, but I think somebody returned or got a refund and backed another tier. So let me see here. I think I have the artwork. Yeah, so this is exactly what it will look like then. The cover will look like this. So no black and white logo. And the cool thing about this piece is the black and white, like if it didn't have the logo, part of the logo covers these helicopters. So the neat thing about a virgin cover is you will get to see these helicopters, which will be awesome. And so it'll be a piece of artwork that's completely intact, the way we intended it. So I think that'll be fun. And so we'll do that. Most likely, I have a strong feeling that that's what we're going to do. So the only tier that you can get the Greg Capullo cover right now is in the Killer Bot tier. So we have 7 of 20. So what is that? 13. We have 13 of these Greg Capullo covers left in the tiers. I believe we have 20 of the original copies left. So what we will probably do is we'll launch those as well. So we'll have the where am I? We'll have the new virgin cover version of the Greg Capullo art, and then I think we have maybe 20 left. This is stuff that I have to talk to my wife about later, And so we'll put those up as well. So, but I think it's at best it's going to be 20. It's going to be 20 books. So I think we only had around 130 of them, if I can remember right, to begin with. And like I said, I mean, when we put this thing together, my wife and I thought it would go the whole 30 days, but we pretty much sold out within a couple days. So like I said, good problems to have. So if you haven't checked out Black and White, Second Chance, please do so. Pick yourself up a book. There's plenty of tiers to choose. Well, there's some of them are going away, but there's still a lot of tiers to choose from, and the link is in the description. So we have Leg Kick. How are you, brother? Oh, thank you so much, Gaming or What? Yeah, happy Father's Day. I am a proud father. Little Mandy T Bear is I'm a proud papa. She is amazing. Then she gave me this. Oh, hold on. She gave me this for Father's Day. Oh, it's shining. If you guys listen to a band called Ghost, this is like the Nameless Ghouls, or are they the Nameless Ghouls? Yeah. And they wear these kind of cool like devil masks. And so she got me one of those, and she's gonna put it in a like a, what do you call those? Like window box frames or whatever. They have the glass on them and they're 3-dimensional. So she's going to put it in there for me and put a dark background so it'll really show off. So that was really cool, man. I was happy to get that. And I can put it up on the wall of the studio here. As you guys can see, I do like cowls and masks and stuff like that. Let me see. Leg Kick says, Italian beef, man. What is that? I don't know what that is. James says, happy Father's Day. Oh, look what else. Oh my gosh. We had some family from Kentucky, and they came in last night, and we hung out and did some drinking. And so, why did he be my, I'm just going to call him Rick. He brought these, and these are kind of, they're like numbered and signed, and they're from, I don't know if there's like a private collection or what these are from, but I have I have two of them, and he brought a bottle of Bullet for Amanda, and that's good stuff too. So I think I'm going to bust these open on maybe a Pontificators. So thank you so much to Rick Weaver for that. That was awesome. And he works, it's Woodford Reserve, so he works there, and he puts together, like, I guess, like the piping and the, God, what did he call them, the reservoir or whatever, like where they store, like when they're bottling it. So then they have the casks or whatever, and then from there into the bottling, more like assembly line kind of thing. And everything they do is high end because they have tours of the facilities. So it's like all these copper piping and this beautiful stainless steel piping and stuff like that. And they weld these things together, and all that stuff's hand poured. It's an assembly line, but it's all done by hand. So they hand pour this stuff and they weigh it and everything. So it really is all done with the utmost care, and aged and all that other stuff. So I don't know if you guys know much about like whiskeys and stuff, but this is really good stuff, and it's right from Kentucky. So pretty awesome. So I can't wait to bust that bad boy open. So Jeff says, yo, what's up? We have Kiss or Kez, I don't know. Happy Father's Day. I do appreciate the sentiment. Thank you. Jax, happy Father's Day. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. So Central Scrutinizer says, a biscuit with jelly and no sausage is no biscuit. Really? You put that might be good, like the salty and the sweet, like sausage. I've never had that. I'll try it though. It sounds like a Southern thing. It's definitely not a Southern California thing. Inkwell, I like your name. Art, Happy Father's Day. Thank you so much, man. We're going to do some fun stuff with the family later. My father passed away a few years back, so I can tell you, if your father is alive, wish him a happy Father's Day. Sadly, my father is not as well, and I would love to be able to do that. You're going to get me all emotional here, which I do not want to get. This is a celebration, so yeah, I wish I could do that. I'd love to bust. Well, actually, he's a recovering alcoholic. I was going to say I would love to bust this whiskey open and have a toast with him, but yeah, that wouldn't have been a good idea even in the day. So hey, Kevin Tomset, how are you, brother? You are a big reason why these campaigns succeed, so I do appreciate your patronage. I wouldn't say no to a second printing of your new poster as a cover. You know what? When I was on Adam Post, they brought that up too. So are you talking about the Greg Capullo as a poster? We could do that because we're going to have all the stuff anyway. So we're already set up to ship, with the tubes and everything. So we already have the tubes. We've ordered them. They're downstairs in the garage. So we should be able to do that. No problem. So that will be awesome. So I see my guest is in the green room or in the waiting room. So I'm gonna try to get through these real quick, and then bring him in. So yeah, so Kevin, we're gonna be talking about that as well, about doing the Greg Capullo as a print. I think that would look awesome. And the prints that we're doing aren't 11 by 17. They're bigger. They're bigger than that. So when you guys get these tubes, they're gonna be about this round. They're gonna be massive. Yeah. But there shouldn't be any problem with it. And Pamela, when we first started doing stuff, because we do prints and things on my website, we were using the smaller tubes, but you kind of have to wrap them really, really tight to get them in there. And then not only do they kind of stay and hold that shape because it's harder cardboard, it's a heavier stock paper, but they're kind of hard to get out too. So she's real conscious of not damaging things and shipping things the best, even when it's going to cost us more money, which it does. So she's getting the bigger tubes, so we don't have that problem. And they're harder to break and bend and crush. The smaller ones they can run over with with their vehicles and stuff easier, but the big ones are more substantial, so they don't get damaged. Whiskey biscuits, or whisker biscuits, as some people, some strange people say. Here we go. Woodford Reserve is my favorite bourbon. Happy Father's Day. Yeah, I cannot wait to bust this stuff open. So we're pretty much caught up. Let's see what and Dino has to say. He always has something sarcastic, but sometimes heartfelt. I'm here, and happy Father's Day. Whoa, that's nice. That's coming from you. That's very, very kind. Can I call you Dad? No, but I was actually thinking that maybe I would refer to Philip and his brother Brandon as my kids, my sons. So we'll have a father-son. I mean, they're probably young enough to be my kids. We'll find out how old they are. Okay, we have Hello's Day. So we have this is a good intro. So how are you, Philip? What is up?
Hey, happy Father's Day. How's it going?
There he is.
Can you hear me
good.
okay?
Thank you so much, man. So yeah, we can hear you good.
Sweet. Yeah. It's a great sunny day here in Chicago. And if you were wondering, I'm 26, Art.
Okay, so yeah, you possibly could if I started early. If I started my journey early. My daughter's 23, so yeah, that works out. So, and your brother is older than you or younger?
He's older, so he's 5 years older than me.
Brandon, and I've seen pictures.
31.
You guys posted some shots of you guys at conventions. You're both giants, right?
We're both what? Giants? Yeah.
Giants.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, there was a pretty hilarious picture with me and Billy Tucci, and Billy's not that tall, so he looks really short.
But to be honest, Billy's probably average height. You guys are just
Yeah, I'm 6'5".
Yeah. Oh my gosh! And your brother's taller than you, right?
No, he's like an inch shorter than me. We're about the same height.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
gonna say you're the improved version. 'Cause
2.0.
yeah, my brother's younger than I am, but I'm a few inches taller than he is. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's
So
funny.
I'm the superior species, believe it or not, of my family lineage. So I'm head and shoulders above everybody else, which isn't saying much because I think I'm like 5'7". So
Yeah.
I'm slightly below average, or somebody said like that's average, but I think it's a little bit below average.
I mean, I feel like everything's changing now. Like, I think it's like the oxygen in the air. Because, right, back in the dinosaur days, the oxygen density was super. There was a lot of oxygen, so everything was giant size, even like the insects and stuff. So I think that has some sort of, at least in my head, that's got. When I was a kid, I always my parents would tell me to take deep breaths so I could grow tall. So I'd like take a huge deep breath, and then after I couldn't breathe in anymore, I try to stuff air into my lungs. So maybe that helped.
Well, it worked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so.
And your brother got the same message, right?
Mhm. Yeah, for sure.
Well, very good, my friend. Yeah, and sorry about yesterday.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh my God. I actually cleaned up my workspace. Um, we were drinking. We always drink on pontificators every Friday night.
Yeah.
But what we did is sometimes I know you've done this, like, but people in the chat might not know. Sometimes we'll hang out with each other after the show for like an hour or
Oh
so.
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
we'll just hang out. And so what happened is nobody really bailed, so we just kind of hung out for a couple hours on Friday night.
Yeah.
And I had a bunch of brewskis, and I just kept cracking them open. And not that I was ripped or anything, but sometimes you're just feeling very comfortable, and in the morning, you just like your usual wake up time, you just sleep right past it. So
Yeah.
I did, and so I was late for like I said, Adam Post's show. And so that just backed up all my schedules for the entire day. So I am very, very sorry that we didn't get you on yesterday.
No, it's okay. This works out better actually, I think. Yeah.
Because you work during the week now, right? So
Yeah, back to work during the week. So, if we're doing like morning shows are better for me on the weekends. But
yeah.
which is good for me too, because like every time I'm on a stream or anything, it's really dark in my room. There's no sunlight, so everyone thinks I'm a zombie or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have one of those. I keep thinking about it, but I kind of like that the light does change in the room, so it keeps
Yeah.
it interesting. Those like little circles that go around your camera and give you like the perfect
Yeah, I need one
light.
of those too. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was thinking, but I don't know, man. I kind of like the real lighting, man. I'm like a director, and I want to keep it real,
Yeah.
Let's not be artificial with our CG screens and our blue screen, our green screen, and all that other stuff. Yeah. So we're keeping it real, Philip. We're keeping
Professional streamers over here, for sure.
Yeah. I don't know, man. For some reason, I kind of like. I don't like those guys. It's like they're trying too hard. I'm just like, no. Let's just get in there, turn the camera on, and do a show. We're doing it live.
Yeah, we're comic creators, guys. Comic creators first.
Yeah. And speaking of comics, man, your book, The Lost Pages,
Yeah.
it's just ransacking, Indiegogo right now. And you're starting. I think you're in your last week, right?
Yeah, I think it's like 8 days left, maybe 7 days left. Yeah, it was the first 30 days has been awesome, more than what we could imagine. Coming off of Magic Cop, it was crazy. Last time I was on, I think I was on like the week before we launched to kind of talk about the mailing list, and we launched on Frega's stream. He was awesome enough to have us on there for our first launch for the first few hours. And within like the first hour, we made our goal, and which was I think 3K. And then the second hour, we made what Magic Cop made in its first 60 days, which was crazy. Like, because I mean, we're starting off with Magic Cop, and we were very new. No one really knew us. Just people just knew us from the chats. We'd come in to Ethan or whatever and do super chats, talk about Magic Cop. And then, so we were a fresh face. and we started our YouTube channel, and then yeah, it took us 60 days to make, I think, $4,700, and we broke that within the first few hours with this book, which is insane. It
Yeah.
just, it's awesome to see the growth, firsthand.
Well, the thing is, I think you guys are, if anybody's taken note and is in the same, place that you guys were, like say a year ago,
Yeah,
um, these the Zaid brothers, as I call them, are like just almost the textbook of how to do it right, because you're starting out with like realistic expectations,
yeah,
and you know that it's going to be a long haul, and then you're putting out your next campaign in a timely fashion. You know what I mean? Like they're almost coming out like as like clockwork, and so you have a chance to build,
yeah.
one campaign, and then the success of that then goes, you build that and bring that into the next campaign, and so on and so forth. Because I mean, other than the amazing Simon Bisley cover you got, you guys are doing this on your own merit. You know what I mean? You guys are building this thing on the strength of you and your brother. So that's a lot, man. That's a lot of heavy lifting, and I love talking to you guys. You guys are inspirational, man.
Oh,
I think
thanks,
you guys are
man.
doing everything right. And the new, I mean, when we were talking, I think I'm not sure if it was the last show, but I think we also talked about the Lost Pages, even a show before that. And you were telling me about the idea and the concept,
Yeah.
and I was like, wow, this is really incredible. And I think I told Adam Post either on the show, because I plugged you on Adam's show as
Oh, cool.
well,
Thanks, man.
and your book. And I was saying like you and your brother, like old souls. Like I don't know where you're channeling these ideas from. Like you're going deep into the pulp,
Yeah.
novels. You're going into radio shows. You're going to like iconography of like heroes, mythology and all this stuff. And I'm like, how old are you guys? 27? What the hell, man?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
barely remember that stuff, even though everybody says I came out, in the dinosaur era, with the cave paintings and stuff. But realistically speaking, that stuff predates me as well. So I
Sure.
think that's really neat that somehow you guys are old souls and are channeling those things, because I do think if we, as action adventure writers, tapping into that mythology is essential.
Yeah.
Because like I think that's why Marvel and a little bit of DC are losing it, because they're not, it's kind of like the hero's journey. Like, why was Star Wars so successful? It just was like, it's the basic bones of the hero's journey. And then you just like put new window dressing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You kind of, you add, your own take and your own spin to things, which is what you guys are doing. And I think it's phenomenal. I
Thanks,
can't
man.
wait to see more, because I think you said you had plans of doing more stories, right? With Lost Pages.
Oh yeah. In fact, we are like with our stretch goals now. Now that we're to the point where we could add more stories to the campaign, so that bonus comic, if you guys get that, it's kind of like a growing, living book where every time we hit a stretch goal, we add a new character first appearance and new story to that book. So that's kind of like our subscription and way to build the universe out in this campaign, so you know what's coming ahead. So there's going to be stories of different characters, because yeah, like you said, we're trying to build our own company universe basically here, and that goes from pulp to vigilantes to 90s characters and stuff like that, for sure. So we're definitely, it is like you said, it's a long haul, but it's so fun. And I think to be where you're at, Art, or guys like Dan or Ethan, you're not going to jump there right away. You got to you got to take your lumps, you got to pay your dues and work it. And I think that is a part that uh, grows your character too, you personally,
Yeah.
as a person, you're putting this work in. I see a lot of people that come in to comics, and they see guys like you who are raking in a great amount of funding and a lot of backing, and they're like, oh, why aren't I doing that? Well, you got to put your work in, and I think that's it's fun, too, because I'm learning a lot from guys like you, who are giving me motivation, lots of inspiration, and it's a great time right now to be doing this because I get to rub elbows with these awesome creators, who are known and some that are unknown for sure.
Well, Philip, I had like some great people early on, like Carl Potts and Walter Simonson
Oh yeah,
and Mike Carlin, some really great editors and artists early in my career, Jim Valentino.
yeah,
And, I just feel like you got to pay it forward, right? So in Comicsgate, that's what I'm doing. So
yeah.
yeah, any way I can help you guys or just let me know, because I do feel like that's kind of my role right now is to do these things. But I don't even think you guys need much help. I mean, you guys are just doing so well. So let's go to the campaign, and then people can kind of see what we're talking about, because
Sure.
A picture is a million words here. So let's start off with the video and see what this
Sweet.
is all about. Can you hear it? Is there sound?
It's muted right there at the bottom.
In the hands of City Comics comes the
There you
first
go.
book in their connected universe of heroes, with a cover by legendary illustrator Simon Bisley. The Lost Pages is the story of a magical book in the hands of a homeless man. Within it are tales lost to time of heroes from different eras and walks of life, all protecting humanity from evil. As the word of the book is spoken around the trash fire, new crusaders of justice will be revealed to this world. A supernatural vigilante on the hard streets of Chicago named the Silhouette. An ancient sorcerer battling horrific myth on the high seas known as Wild Card. A modern-day mental monster from the mind of a bodybuilder babe, Brimstone. And a pulp hero from the 1930s, a master of disguise donning the mask of the masquerade. This is just the beginning, for in the future these heroes and more will come together to write the end of the world. But for now, the ink of life flows on every page. Will you be there to read it? Only on Indiegogo.
God, so good.
Thanks,
It's
man.
so good, man. I liked the Dan Frega, the Black Flag graffiti.
Yeah, you caught that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
asked him,
awesome.
like when I first met him, like because we've been hanging out online and on his stream since like November, and was really getting into Black Flag. I read all the old Black Flag stuff, and I asked him, I'm like, hey, could I throw like an Easter egg in my story? He's like, yeah, dude, that would be awesome. So I threw that in there for him.
Well, cool. So at this point, you're at 14,312. You have
Yeah.
220 backers. That's killer. You have 8 days left. So if you guys want one of these books, get on it, because time is running out. So let's go. We already know the concept now because the video is pretty killer.
Thanks.
Let's go over some of the tiers. So we have the featured tier, which is the Bisley sign pack. So what's this?
Yeah, this is awesome. I mean, we got the cover done by Simon Bisley, my freaking art hero. I love his art and huge Lobo fan, as a lot of people know. So to have him do this cover was a dream come true. And emailing back and forth, in passing, I'm like, hey, would you be able to? What do you think about signing a few copies of the book? Because I know he's got a huge following, and I mean, I would love this book signed by Bisley. And he's like, well, send me the script and some of the pages. And basically, he had to see if he dug it before he wanted to sign the cover. And so I was super nervous, like biting my nails, getting everything together, sending it off to him. And I waited it was like a weekend. And I'm like, man, if he doesn't want to sign this thing, I'm never going to write a comic again. But he dug it. He agreed to sign. So there's 25 copies that are going to be signed by him. Mixum's going to ship it over to him, and it's awesome. They're going to collect it from him too, and then ship it to us. So Mixum is an awesome print company.
Yeah,
So
we're using them on black and white as well.
yeah, I heard that that's great. So yeah, when you in this pack, it's basically all of the reading content. So it comes with the main book, which is signed by Simon Bisley and ourselves, and then it comes with the bonus book, which is gonna be around like 40 extra pages of story, short stories for each character, and as we unlock more stretch goals, then you're going to get more characters in that bonus book. It's going to come with a fold out poster of the cover without the logo. And it's also going to come with a sticker pack, which was designed by 6 a.m. Comics. So all the characters in the main book have their own sticker.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So the fold out poster is going to be in the spine of the book, or is it removable?
It's going to be already out of the book. So it'll be folded up in the package when you get it.
Yeah, that used to bum me out. Like as a kid, you'd get the poster, but it would be like, stapled into the comic book. Yeah. So you'd have to bend the staples carefully and try to pull out the piece of artwork, but it would still always have like those holes in it, where the staples were. Yeah, that's a drag. This is really cool. I cannot believe you have not sold out of this tier yet. So you're about halfway. So there's what is there still like 20 or what is that, 13 books left?
Yeah, I think so. That's
right. Yeah, so this looks like the tier to get, you guys. So so there's still 8 days. I'm pretty sure you'll sell out of that. So then we have, this is the main tier, right, which is the book.
Yeah, 60 pages of story. We're also going to put some interior covers, so it's going to be more than that. So each character, when their story begins in the book, has an interior cover that's fully drawn by our artists in there as well. So as well as a bunch of stretch goals that we've hit. So we're trying to put as many goodies in there for people that just get this perk. So you're going to get already unlocked trading cards for each of the characters in the book, done by some amazing artists, as well as one of these blockhead guys. But the silhouette is going to be the blockhead that you guys are going to get printed out in there too. Yeah.
Those are the stretch goals, right? Those are all the stretch goals. And so do all these orders, all these tiers get the stretch goals as well?
Yeah. So except for the digital tier, which is our next one.
Okay.
You won't get the trading cards, but if we hit 250 backers, you'll get the MP3 of that Lost Pages theme song that was in the trailer. Everybody's going to get that, as well as the PDF of the blockheads, so you can print it out and put them together yourself.
Oh, killer. Wow, that's very generous. Okay, so this is a signed book plus bonus comic.
Yeah, so this is basically like once we run out of that Bisley tier, this will probably be the featured tier. So it comes with both of the books, the main book, the one with the short stories, and then the fold out poster as well. So this is, if you guys love the characters, you want the most reading content as possible, this is the perfect perk for you guys.
Oh, killer. I just got an idea, so I'm writing it right now.
Sweet.
Because we sold out of our featured tier.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out what to do there. So you're going to move this up to the featured tier once it sells out. So I may actually do something similar. Very cool. So then we have a book plus bonus book plus Grim Mask. Ooh, killer.
Yeah. So this is like kind of our like a little merchandise thing. We actually made a prototype of it. We're able to print on material over at my work. So we get a little bandana going on. Crimstone, who's our 90s character, the counterpart to that is a girl named Taz. She's like this bodybuilder babe. And to conceal her secret identity, she wears this little like graffiti mask, which represents her imaginary friend, his big teeth and like grin. So I was actually surprised. People are really digging this, picking this up. If you guys, want a different perk, in the add-on section, we actually have the mask available as well. So you could add that onto any perk. So this one's, kind of something for everybody to wear out right now and represent Zaid Comics and the comic book.
Yeah, bring it to the Comicsgate Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Do some cosplaying. Yeah, I think this is what makes these Indiegogos fun is when you can get like prop stuff. You know,
Yeah.
you can transcend the comic book into, you know, like cosplay costumes or different props and things like that from the comic. I think that's really neat, because I think it actually makes it a cooler experience than just going to, you know, your comic book shop, picking up a book and then going home. This is way more. There's way more to it than that with these campaigns. Okay, so we have 2 book plus 2 bonus comics plus 2 posters.
Yeah, so if you want to share with a friend or hold on for collectability, or, you know, give it to your library or whatever, just some extra books and a poster for this one. The next one actually is kind of going into our art aspect to it. So if you guys want original art, we have awesome options for you collectors out there. This one comes with, this is like your basic, what that featured tier was, without the Bisley signed, but comes with both books, comes with the poster, and then a sketch. And if you do decide to get this one, you have an option between 2 artists. You can get Joe Ball to do a beautiful sketch for you, or Maria the Wolf, who's doing our Crimstone story. So 2 artists that put a lot of detail into their work, and an awesome sketch for you guys, as well as they get a little bonus if you guys get this this tier. Some of the money goes directly to them as well.
You guys, $125 for all of this material plus a sketch. This is very reasonable. Yeah, this is very. I'm surprised you only have 2. Yeah, these things should be selling out at this point. That's a great price to get some original artwork. Okay, so we have 4 books plus 4. So is this kind of a this is the
retailer pack? Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
So yeah, so I think these are neat because they're kind of like, you know, people say, oh well, Comicsgate, you guys aren't like trying to hang out and help retailers. Well, guess what? That's what this is for. This is to break that that wall down and try to get product into these retail stores. So if there's any retailers out there, that's what these are about, man. So support these so we can keep, trying to get these books into your shops.
For sure.
Yeah.
And now this is all of our like original pages. We have a lot, Magic Hop was done all digitally. This one I really wanted to get some traditional art in there, and we're working with a bunch of amazing artists. So if you like a particular character or like a particular artist, you're going to be able to get some original art from them. There's 3 original page tiers. Actually, there's 4. So for each of the stories, this one's the one for the silhouettes. Maxi Dallo does amazing black and white art on here. So if you guys choose this one, you'll get a page from there. And if you want to actually pick the page, we're going to, when all the pages are done, we could send you a PDF of the pages to choose from. Unless you don't want any spoilers, then we can send you a random one. It's totally up to you guys. And then the artist also gets a bonus. So if you guys choose this one, the next one, I believe, is the Crimstone story with Maria's art. And then there's also a Joe Ball one. And then the last one is actually double page spread. So you'll be getting 2 big 11 by 17 pages for that as well.
Are these on 11 by 17? Is that the size?
Yes.
Very cool. Yeah, and $350 with all the books, and the poster and everything, with a piece of original artwork. This is still very, very reasonable.
Here's I actually picked up this page last week from Maria. You could see some of the detail.
Are you holding it up?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to come back to you.
Cool. Yeah, check this out. This page is actually on there by itself. This is the interior cover of the Crimstones.
Holy crap.
So
look at that.
This one up as well. It has perk. Yeah, look at that detail. All those tattoos on the arms. So this, it comes with both books as well. So it's not just the page. You'll be getting the main book and the bonus book, as well as a poster.
Well, cool. So let me go back to the because we still have a couple tiers that I'd like to go over, and then I want to find out what your stretch goals are as well. What did I do? Okay, here we go. Yeah. So, oh shoot, what the hell?
There's a question. I had a question here in the chat. Art Edwin
Okay.
the Eighth said, "What kind of sketch can I get?" So that's totally up to you. Well, actually, I'll contact you, and if there's a specific character from the story you want, or you want a random one, we could do so because we want to make this totally personal for the fans because it's all for you guys. Without you guys, we can't make this happen. So if there's a character you dig from the story, we could totally get that sketched out for you.
Oh, that's good. So then they have a choice of a character from the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do that. Oh my gosh, I keep saying the name wrong. I keep saying Grim, but it's Crimstone. I would get that Crimstone character. That character is awesome, man. It
Thanks, man.
reminds me that's kind of your '90s character, right? Kind of like Pitt or like Hulk or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Pitt is more because he was controlled by that kid, right?
I don't remember. I never read Pitt actually. It looks cool.
No. Yeah, look.
It was more the where Crimstone came from is more of my love for Lobo. Like he's totally got that Lobo attitude, toxically masculine, over the top bombastic, and the Max as well.
Yeah, but the thing is that you know how we were talking earlier that you're tying into like this kind of iconography. Well, it's kind of like I always love these stories, and the reason these things work is because they are universal. The kid that controls the monster, or the kid that controls the robot. You know what I mean? Like those are like those stories always work. And if you think about even what was that first Transformers movie? You know, it was an older kid. But it was, you know, it was the older kid gets a car. The car is a robot. You know what I mean? They kind of used it a little bit, you know, to make it not seem as direct as you know some of the stories can be. But I think those stories, for me, they always work. Yeah. Okay. So then we have the original Wild. Did I skip one? No, that I
yeah. So there's the Crimstone Wild Card by Joe Ball. Pages from him are glorious. So much detail in that.
So we sold one of these. So that's cool. Okay. And so then this is the Crimstone stuff.
Yeah, that's the interior cover I just showed you. So that's separate from the other tiers.
So you guys, here's an image of it, right? Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Insane. In the membrane. He's got no brain. He's going insane. All right. So we have original. Oh, these are the double pages you were talking about.
Yeah, there's going to be 2 original double page spreads in the book for original art. We might add another one later because there is room for it. But if we can get through these 2. So when you click on, when you order this one, you'll have a choice between the Crimstone double page spread or the Wildcard double page spread.
I've seen this original double. Is it in the?
Yeah, it's right there. Yeah.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
I saw one black and white too. Is it on this site, or did you just show it maybe on a live stream?
No, yeah, I've showed them on live streams.
Because I love the black. I mean, the color is amazing, but I love the black and white.
Yeah, let's see here. I think I have it right here.
Ding, ding, ding. Crack.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. I think maybe I'll throw them side by sides as well. Maybe I'll do a little update where the colors are next to the black and whites on there.
Yeah, because there's a lot of detail on these pages.
Oh yeah.
On the Crimstone page. I mean, on all the pages, but the Crimstone pages I really like.
Yeah, she kills it.
Is it Joe Ball? Is he the one that he does the swashbuckler character?
Yeah, the pirate story was
wild. Holy shit, man. I think we talked about this before. You got to do a version of this book in black and white because this black and white artwork is stunning.
Yeah, his is gorgeous, man. I agree.
Wait a minute, you're selling the Bisley cover? Oh, that must have been a hard decision to make, right?
It's hard, man. Yeah, so that's our big one, our last one. It comes with basically everything. Comes with the stickers, the posters, both of the books. Your main book is going to be signed by Bisley as well, and you're going to get that original art. And it's hard to part with, but that would really help us out. If an awesome collector wanted to pick that up. So I think either way, we're going to be happy.
Okay, Phil, I'm going to tell you something, and it's not gonna connect right now, but in a year or so, you're going to go, oh man, Art told me this, and it's actually happening. Every time I've done stuff like this,
Yeah.
I thought, okay, it'll be good. Let's get it into the fans' hands. This will be good to get a collector have access to this artwork. And always like a year, I'm always like, why did I sell that piece of artwork?
Yeah.
Because I have the Greg Capullo cover that
Yeah.
In the original black and white campaign that we offered. And I'm like, oh man, I kind of wish I had that thing right now, because I would just put it up on the wall.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I believe you. I totally believe you. But either way, I'm gonna be happy if we sell it. It's gonna help us out a lot, and if we don't, then I'm gonna hang it up on my wall.
Yeah, the thing is that there is always that side that it'll get into a super fan's hands, and that you helped facilitate that, and that sometimes means more. So especially at this stage of the game in my career, I don't get too precious with the artwork, because I'm thinking, well, it's just going to stay here in the vault and collect dust, so it's better to get it into somebody's hands. But occasionally there is that page or that cover that you do have those regrets, and I did have that regret with that Greg Capullo piece of artwork.
Well, we're going to, this is going to be an ongoing series, so I'm definitely planning on working with Simon more for some more covers.
It sounds like you got a good relationship with him too, so.
Yeah, he's super professional, so I'm really excited that we were able to work with him.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so we got the sold out drawn in the book. Oh, two. You got two people that are going to be drawn into the comic book. That's awesome.
Yeah, first time we did that. We're really excited about it. One of them is already completely done and drawn in the book already, and it's going to be kind of like a major character in the hobo's story, who's telling the tales. So we're excited about that.
Okay, let's look at some of the interior artwork, and then we'll come back. Okay, so we have, I think it starts with the silhouette, right? Or no? Okay, so this is
hobo.
Okay, yeah. So this is kind of how it all begins, right?
That's right. Yeah. So we have our homeless man, who we call the hobo. He's this mysterious kind of sage figure who has this magical book. And within the pages are tales of these heroes that live in his world that no one has really heard about. And there's been rumors, and the silhouette is kind of like a urban legend around the city, and they think he's just a ghost that people are seeing. And so he is telling these stories to passersby, to other homeless people. And as he does so, they and the reader get glimpses into the worlds of these heroes. And as you can see here, he's talking about the book. I really wanted to show off a lot of pages from the different artists, and completed with the letters that I threw up on top of them as well. So we get a glimpse of each of the heroes, and some heroes that aren't in this main book, heroes that we'll meet in the future, that kind of like Easter eggs. And some of them will be in that bonus book as well.
Because you have more of like a traditional superhero character, right, that you're going to introduce later?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Trying to hit all those genres of comics in this universe.
So I have to ask, that second panel, is that where if you pay, you can get your face drawn, or is that okay?
Yeah, so that guy's already drawn in now. It's just getting colored. He's getting his face colored on there. So maybe we'll throw that. We'll update it. But yeah, that was kind of like, oh, you could be this guy. So he's gonna
be a nice nod. Yeah, if you actually posted it here, I bet he'd get a kick out of it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so this is the hobo, and he has his story that runs through the book in between each tale, and it wraps up with him as well. And he's an important character, the hobo. He's someone that is important to the universe, to the franchise, that we'll definitely learn a lot more about by the end of this book and in future books.
So he literally bookends the story.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Yeah, so then he'll his narration will flow through the stories as well.
Yeah, and the narration will change too, because since these are very different characters and tales that he's telling, the way I write them and the way the narration goes across is different as well. So you have the Silhouette story, very inner monologue heavy, as if characters like Rorschach, when he's writing in his journal. The Silhouette is very much like that, where you're getting a glimpse into his mind. But if you go to the other story, like Wild Card, his is more like a poem
Okay.
that the hobo is telling you. Yeah,
Oh,
for
very
sure.
cool. Let me. Oh, shoot! I'm actually sharing, aren't I? Yeah. So cool. Yeah. So then we have the Silhouette story here.
Yeah, yeah, supernatural vigilante. He doesn't know his past, right? He's just this basically beacon of justice that in this story is walking through the city at like 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and just seeing these ungodly things. So this is kind of like your more mature Sin City-esque story. There's prostitution, there's druggies, and corrupt cops, and he's witnessing all this, and you get his take on it until he runs into kind of a small glimpse of innocence in the city being terrorized by a thug, and he has to dispatch some justice.
I like that. I like the little zipatone
Yeah, it's
flourishes
fun.
here. I like that each one of the characters has a different logo. I like the city backdrop on the Silhouette. This is just well thought out.
Thank you.
Phil. This is really well done. So we have another interior here of the Silhouette, and then this is
Wild Card.
this is the John Ball stuff, right?
Yes, yes. Yeah, he's putting some hyper detail into this as always, man. So this is very different than the rest of them. Like I'm saying, this is totally set to a poem that the hobo is telling about sirens, because Wildcard, this ancient sorcerer from Merlin times, he is now in the 1600s. He's ageless, so he lives throughout time. So I could throw him in any time frame. So in the 1600s here, he's the captain of this pirate ship. Even though he's a sorcerer, he's got a big crew sailing on the seas. And as they're passing a beach off the coast of Italy, these beautiful women that are sitting in this cove are singing out the siren song and hypnotizing his crew members. So he has to fight his crew. He's got to fight these horrific bird women. They're beautiful women that turn into these monstrous birds, as you can see on the next page. And then he's got to deal with these like skeleton pirates that are climbing up on the side of the boat that are being summoned by the sirens. So he's not having the best day at all.
I love this stuff. It's kind of like channeling the old Sinbad.
Yeah, for
Who
sure.
did those? I forget who did those movies, but I love those things as a kid. Just good, swashbuckle action, high seas adventures. That's great, man. And the ships and the environments that is it Joe or do you call him John?
It's John Joseph Ball. Everybody calls him Joe Ball. Either way,
Okay,
it's fine.
Joe's artwork is
Yeah.
exceptional. Yeah, there's a lot of detail in the backgrounds and things. So then we have Crimstone.
Yeah.
We showed this off a little bit. So is this a cover or is this like the first page?
So this is each of the stories going to have an interior cover as you transition into the story. So like if we ever wanted to put them out in issues or floppies or anything, we could use that. Plus it's another way for me to get my artists to do an awesome freaking pinup, with these characters, because I love the detail that they're throwing in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the interior cover of that Crimstone story.
I want to create a character just so I can do this kind of composition. That like kind of that Frank Miller Dark Knight Returns, how like he's all beat up and he's all hunched over.
Yeah, that's true.
He just kind of barely fits into the composition. I love stuff like that, but I've never done like a Hulk, run or any character that, you could do something like that with.
Yeah.
So I love these kind of compositions where the character barely fits into the composition.
Yeah.
It's awesome, man. So this is brilliantly done. I love the style. I love the characters here as
Thank you, man.
well. So
Yeah.
wait, okay, so there's the logo, the Crimstone logo.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, so here's the first story page.
Yeah, so this is, me being such a huge Lobo fan, I basically this character came from that, and meeting Maria, who's the artist, and she lives really close to me. So I met her at Chicago Wizard World years ago, and I was dressed up as Lobo, and she loves Lobo too. So she gave me a print that she had drawn. She's like, "Oh, you got to have this. I love your costume." So we hit it off, and we've been friends for a really long time. And she went to the Chicago Comic Institute school. Jill Thompson was one of her teachers,
Gil
and
awesome, yeah.
yeah, so she did really well there. But she took a break, paying off school debt and stuff like that. So she hadn't really drawn in like 2 years, and I needed an artist for this story because I basically designed this character for her to draw. Way back when she did some early concepts of Crimstone, and we talked about the character, but we finally got her on here. So Crimstone basically is that extreme ultraviolent character kind of turned on its head and given like a bit more grounded mental aspect. He is Crim is the imaginary friend of this chick Taz. So we'll see, as we can see, there's young Crim right there in her head dealing with these inner demons and inner monsters. And as the years passed, when she forgot about him, he was fighting these monsters and becoming this, ultra violent, monstrous character himself. He became super muscular because he had to basically protect both of them from these crazy monsters in her head.
That's cool. That's cool.
Thanks, man.
And there's that double page we're talking about.
Yeah.
The colors on this is really, really well done as well. Okay, so here's the Masquerade. This is one of my favorite logos that you did too.
Thanks,
cool.
man. Yeah. Alan, the artist of this, he did a lot of our logos too. So his logo work is awesome. He totally captures the theme of each character. So the Masquerade, this one's totally digital. He does the digital, pencils, inks, and he colors it himself. I do the lettering. And this one's our pulp hero, like you were saying. If you guys dig the Shadow, even way back when the Spider, and I know Billy Tucci's got Miss Fury out there right now, totally under that same vein with the Masquerade. And it was funny. I was on his Billy's show talking about this character, and he's like, "Is this a public domain character? I feel like it's been out there before. Like it should be a golden age character from way back when." I'm like, no, we totally came up with this ourselves.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Phil.
Yeah.
Like you've tapped, like you're an old soul. Like you really did tap into this stuff to the point that it feels authentic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you even fooled Billy Tucci. That's
awesome. Yeah. No, it was an awesome compliment. So this character is based in the 1930s. He's ground zero for the heroes in our world. As like a caped, masked hero. He's our first caped crusader. So he is obsessed with theater, and that's kind of like his gimmick. So he speaks in Shakespearean language to mock his enemies. He's a master of disguise, so he could take the face of anybody and the voice. He's got his classic rapier that, as on the next page, we could see him blocking bullets right there with it. And he's just a lot of fun. He's going to have wacky villains. In this one, he's fighting mobsters, but in the future, he'll have those wacky, gimmicky Batman 66 villains that we all love. Yeah. And like the other ones, this one is a very different narration as well. It's narrated like those old Denny O'Neil Shadow comics, where they're talking about, the narrator is basically its own character, and they're talking about the setting and the different heroes in there.
Wow, this is really well thought out. I don't know. I don't want to pick a favorite style, but for some reason, like I don't know. I like the cartoony faces and stuff. I like mobsters and things.
It's a lot of fun.
And I love the rapier design with the face on the hilt thing. I don't know what they call those that goes over the knuckles there. That's really cool.
Handguard, or I think that's what that would be. Yeah.
You could actually like tie into like the Phantom, where he could punch people and he could leave like a face expression on their face.
That would be hilarious.
Because remember the Phantom had he would mark you. So
the skull.
if you were well, he had 2 marks, I think. So he would mark you if you were. God, what was the difference between the 2 marks? He had 2 rings. Yeah, one was the skull, and then the other was like I think he could mark you as a poacher or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he was kind of like I think he looked out for the jungle creatures as well.
Right.
Because like in his time, there were a lot of people going in there and just stealing gorillas and all kinds of different wild animals for their zoos and different things. Yeah. This looks really, really good, man. I'm so proud of you guys. I think you guys are you're really tapped into something here. And also the thing that for everybody to think about that's watching you and your brother is you guys are just starting. Like this is just the beginning of your careers, and you're already kicking ass like this. So more power to you. Let's hit refresh, see if we got any newbies. Yeah, you got a backer here. That's cool, man.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. So 14,352. You got 221 backers, and you still have 8 days left. So if you guys want to pick up a new fantastic comic book, everybody's like, oh, there's nothing new. There's nothing cool. Well, guess what? There's something new and there's something cool, and it's right here. And it's called The Lost Pages. So come on in and pick yourself up a copy, you guys, because Philip and Brandon are good people and they're doing great product. So yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Well, let's go hang and see what the chat. Oh, I got a super chat. But let me go back a little bit first. Oh, we got a pontificator in the chat. Hey, did you see this, Bob? Look at this. And I got a backup.
Those are
and these are signed. These are like private reserve, and they're numbered.
Wow.
Right
Professional
here.
right there.
They're all hand poured and everything. Yeah. Awesome. So I'm gonna break that bottle out on a pontificators, Bob. So so how you doing? Looks great. So they're talking about your campaign here. It looks great. Hell Day, yeah, and Hell Chat. Big purple panties. What is that all about? Is he referring to one of your characters?
I think he was talking about the Crimstone mask.
Oh, okay. Oh, whatever. Okay, so what kind of sketch? You answered that, right, Edwin?
Yes.
Okay, so stoked for this book. Very cool. The Pit and the Kid were half brothers. Oh, that's very cool. I forgot about that. What's up, Phil? And what is this? King Crow is cacawing for us. Art and Phil. Hello. Okay, Eskimono Phono for $1.99. Thank you so much, my friend. I will use that. I will probably end up going out to lunch, and I'll get my family some food there with that money. Okay, we got Joe Ball is the best. Oh, he's a beast.
He is a beast.
That's even better. That's better than being the best. Hello, Passion. Let's see. Okay, so we're caught up. Whiskey. Ooh, yes. So, can I share my campaign? Is that cool?
Yeah, brother. Let's see it. Just started, right?
Yeah, we started a couple days ago, and let me see which one. Okay, so the black and white second chance. Yeah, thanks. And volume 1, we launched a couple. Well, it was last year, and so what we did is it was the early days of Comicsgate. Nobody really knew how to do anything, so we were kind of cutting our teeth. So one of the things I did is I cut the campaign. It was in demand, but I cut the campaign before we went to print because I thought, like, I wanted to show the backers good faith. I wanted to show them that we were moving forward.
Right.
So I thought a way to do that would be to close the campaign to show that we're in earnest and that we're printing these things up and all that. And so we did that. And then Antonio Bryce on brand didn't. He ended up generating another 10 grand before he went to print. And I was like, holy crap. And so there was that. And then this was a good thing, but it didn't feel like a good thing at the time, that there were people that were like, how do I get a copy? You closed out the campaign. And they were like, can we PayPal you money and things like that? So there was a lot, Phil. There was a lot of people. Yeah. So we were thinking it would be a little bit of a pain in the neck to do all this through PayPal. So my wife, who's also my business partner, we decided to do a second chance campaign, which is, what this is. And I didn't think this would, because I didn't think there were going to be that many people.
Yeah.
So I thought we would do 10K for the entire campaign. We managed to do 15 in 3 days. So
amazing.
This thing's turning into a beast. So I'm really, really happy with it. I'm so proud of this book. And thanks to all the backers and people that have supported this, because you guys are, just the expectations are just surpass them. And so now, after we go to lunch and everything, and I'm going to hang out with the family, my wife and I are going to do some work, and we're going to figure out how to add some new tiers, because we built this campaign really for the month. But like I said, we built it kind of based on 10K worth of like 200 backers at tops. So we sold out of a lot of stuff. So we sold out of the featured tier. We sold out of all the early bird specials. And so now we have to kind of figure out what to add. And so one of the things is we were thinking of doing, because we sold out of the Greg Capullo cover, which is this one right here. So then I was talking to Adam Post, and his chat, I think it was Vilnid, said, why don't you go to a second printing on these, but do it as a virgin cover, so no logo, so it'll set it aside from the original cover, so that will still be a collectible. So everybody that got that book, they'll have that version, and then we can offer a second chance of the Greg Capullo variant. So it'll be like a variant of a variant. And now that I look at it, it's cool because the logo kind of crossed over the helicopter. So now you get a cool shot of the helicopter searching the vigilante team here. So yeah, this was a great Greg Capullo. Image Comics used to do pinups, like centerfold pinups. And so it was a big deal to get like a superstar to do your pinup. And so Greg wasn't quite the superstar that he is now, but he said that he would do a pinup for me. So this was the original artwork for that 94 book. And so I still had the original at that time. So I remastered it. I scanned it. I remastered it with the inks. And then we got it colored. So I think this holds up. It looks contemporary now. So
the angle's so cool on that, man. Great camera angle.
Yeah, Greg is the master. And you can see the old Greg Capullo signature. You can see my old signature here. I inked this way back when. So yeah, we thought we'd reoffer this. And we only had 230 of these books printed from the original campaign. Like I said, I thought we'd be able to go the whole campaign, but much to my surprise, we will not be able to do that. So most likely what we're going to do is we're going to do a virgin variant of the Greg Capullo cover. And some of you have asked for a Greg Capullo print, the oversized print. So we will probably do that as well. So you guys speak, we listen, and we just have to, my wife and I have to work out the details on that. So yeah, come by, check out the tiers. And one of the fun things I wanted to do with this campaign is I wanted a piece of artwork that would separate this from the first campaign. So I did this, it's kind of like the total bot annihilation art that I call it. And Kyle Ritter hooked this up big time with the colors. And so this kind of defines this campaign. So this will be an oversized poster print. Let me find the size here. I can never remember. It's 24 by 36. So it's not like a standard 11 by 17 print. This is a big monster of a print.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and so we thought we would also offer this as a free trading card. So each one of the tiers will have this artwork as a trading card. So you'll get book plus trading card, and the trading card will have the 25th anniversary logo on there because we're still celebrating the 25th anniversary of this IP. So that's very, very cool. So each one of the tiers, even the poster tier, will have the trading card. And where else we're using the artwork is we're going to make a oversized sticker. So this sticker will be available with the stretch goal goodies.
Sweet.
So I'll get to that as well. And this was inspired by EVS's Cyberfrog sticker. That thing was awesome, man. It's probably 6 inches round. So this will be about the same size. So we got that. And so we have the interior pages. It's a 54-page graphic novel, square bound, and it's all upgraded paper, stock for the interiors, and like just a heavy gloss cover stock. So the book looks gorgeous. And the best part about all this, you guys, everything's done except for the new artwork stuff. So the trading cards, the stickers, and the oversized print, everything is done. So as soon as this campaign is fulfilled, or not fulfilled, but over, then we are going to start fulfillment on this book.
Sweet.
Because we have everything done. We even have the mailers, the Gemini mailers. We have all the tubes. We have all the shipping materials. We have the stretch goals, the featured stretch goals. We have everything ready to go. So I think there's 2 things I haven't gone over. So I talked to my buddy Nick Brucci over at Dynamite, and he said he would be willing to give up some of these black and white Vampirilla covers, these variant covers that I did with Kyle Ritter. And so I'm not sure how many of these he's going to make available. We haven't really had that discussion yet. So at this point, I think it's open, but I have a feeling that it's going to be limited at some point. So this is a commemorative cover. So it's celebrating Black and White. Oh, thank you. Black and White's 25th anniversary and Vampirilla's 50th anniversary. So that kind of worked out.
She's looking good for being 50.
Yeah, she is.
I got my brother that shirt from your campaign.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, that was an add-on because people were in the chat. They were saying, "How about a T-shirt? How about a T-shirt?" So, like I said with the Capullo poster, you guys speak and we listen. So that's why that T-shirt was made. So thank you so much for that, Phil. I hope your brother enjoys it once they start fulfilling on that.
Yeah, he's got that one, and then I'm getting the Black Flag one from Dan.
That's awesome, man. Okay, so here's the original stretch goodies. So what I wanted to do here, since we did overprint on a lot of things, we had these stretch goal goodies, which, oh my gosh, I just had a realization. We might have to make more of this if the campaign keeps going, because we had a limited amount of these as well. So like I said, this is a good problem to have, but the realization is pretty overwhelming at this moment, because it's like a ripple. It's like it just keeps going. So we have all the original stretch goal items that we have as add-ons, but we also have them featured in this tier right here, which is the killer bot tier. So the killer bot tier, you will get all the books, all 3 of the books signed. You'll get the poster, and then you'll get all the stretch goal items, which are these. So we have the trading card, we have the 3 button set, we have the 2 embroidered patches, and then we have the bookmark, we have the mini print, and then we have the new edition. We had an original sticker, but we did sell out of those stickers. So it gave us a chance to do something cool with this one. So this is the oversized Total Bot Annihilation sticker that will go with that. So like I said, we're offering it with with this tier, the Killer Bot tier, but it's also as an add-on. So when you're checking out, you can add that onto your order. I think it's only $15. And then we have the drawing tier as well, which I am working on the artwork for it right now. And I'll be doing that on my live streams. I'll be bringing it all together for you guys. And then as soon as I get that artwork done, I'm going to put that in as an add-on as well. So you guys can mix and match, you know, with the different tiers. If you still want to sketch, you can just add that on in checkout, just like the stretch goals. So thank you guys so much. I do appreciate it. I'm hitting refresh right now. So yeah, we're still 1564. So thanks again. This is the third day. So I think we're just starting the fourth day right now. So this is pretty killer, you guys.
It's amazing, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Passion for Drawing was in the chat, and I wanted to show you, he did a trading card for our campaign.
Okay, let me read Eskimono Phono's $1.99.
Oh,
Phil seems like a cool guy. I'll tell you right now, Phil and his brother are exceptionally cool. I wish I was younger so it wouldn't be as weird and creepy. I'd like to hang out with those guys.
Yeah, brother. No, all my friends have always been older than me. Like, man, like, because my brother and I started working at this arcade, which we're still working on their productions team now. We started like 8 years ago. And so all the guys and our buddies from there, they were in their 30s and stuff. And now, you know, they're older. But I think that's, you know, influence from my parents, like with music and stuff and culture and movies. And then all our friends being older just made us more mature that way and have that kind of taste.
Yeah, people say that about our daughter as well, that she's kind of an old soul.
Yeah.
A lot of her taste, like she likes vinyl, you know, she
Yeah.
likes records and stuff like that. I got her a turntable, you know,
Yeah,
and everything.
awesome.
So she ransacked my old record collection. It's pretty cool. It's pretty neat too, where there's some of the Hildebrandt Black Sabbath covers and stuff like that. So she thought they were really cool. So she actually has them on her wall, you know,
awesome.
in her room. So is this the artwork here?
Yeah, this is the Masquerade trading card art that we're going to be putting up tomorrow, I think, for sale on the campaign. This is the inks that he did here. And this is going to be, everybody is going to get the trading card, but this is, you know, 11 by 17 big sheet of inked paper he did. And let me pull up the
trading card on an 11 by 17 board.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's going to have a lot of detail. That's a trading card with a lot of detail.
For sure. Here's the colors for it. He did the colors himself as well.
Oh, wow. I like the color scheme on that character too. It's like you would think that it would be really garish, but it's actually kind of played down. So it plays against like what you think it would be, which is nice. The grays are a nice touch with the golds.
Yeah, so yeah, Passion for Drawing is awesome. Great buddy. He's always putting out awesome work. So I had to get him on the project somehow. You know, for the stretch goals, we're trying to put as many in there as possible. We already got guys for trading cards like, you know, Passion. Dan Frega's doing our Crimstone trading card. So that's going to be amazing. We totally wanted to give him that 90s character. And, you know, Frega is going to knock it out of the park with that.
Yeah, I want to yell Frega right now.
Frega boom.
Frega! Brought to you by Frega.
Frega. Yeah, he's awesome. So and then now that we've got past 13,500, my brother has a short story in that bonus comic with an awesome assassin babe character named the Pianist. And then the next stretch goal is at 15,000, which unlocks a short story in the bonus comic by E.J. Morges, and he does some amazing work as well.
He's really good.
Yeah,
really good. I think that Ethan needs to sign that guy to an exclusive because it's close enough to Ethan's style that I think Ethan could franchise out with that guy.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's a super helpful guy too. Yeah, so check out the book, and hopefully we get to those awesome stretch goals. We got the last big one is going to be Kyung Lee is going to be doing a story for us.
Oh, killer. Yeah, it's a great community. It's a great talent pool. Um, I got to answer this. Is White a Korean chick? She's half. She's a half and half. So she's US and she's Chinese. So I'm hoping in the future that not that I overly want to get into explaining, that part of her origin, but it will come to light a little bit more because she's estranged, like her and her mother. So her mother still lives in the States. And we kind of mention it a little bit in the story in volume 1. We give a little hint. So it's definitely like, Phil, when you write these things, you want to put like these little tidbits of just teasing of stories and ideas that you can play upon later. So that's definitely what that is. So she's really, other than her uncle in the original story, her mother's the only family that she has. So I do believe that there's going to be a story there. There's a story there somewhere. Yeah, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, this is I was drawing this while I was getting drunk on Pontificators and just hanging out. So I did this. It's a little thumbnail. Actually, you can't.
Ooh.
This is going to be the drawing. So the drawing for the black and white sketch tier. This is kind of, I can't. It kind of is too blown out. Well, I guess you can kind of see it. Hold on.
I like that.
Maybe if I bring this down, that camera is really sensitive, and then what happens is the light from the monitor reflects back at the camera.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
That's a little better. And so then I started refining it. Which one? With this one here. So this is the white drawing there. So I'll be bringing this together on a live stream. It's just a matter of, this, Phil, especially you have a full-time job. You got to kind of find these windows to get work done, and
for sure.
And they're not always the same time. Like I'm a real creature of habit. So I've always run my career like at this time I do this, at this time I do that. And with these Indiegogo and these campaigns, you can't really structure things that way. So what I'm finding out is that all my mornings and daytime are putting out fires that come up, campaign fires and different things in the morning, and then in the afternoon, and then maybe if I'm lucky around 6 or 7, I get some drawing time. And then I draw until I can't keep my eyes open anymore. So, Phil, do you have a parting shot? Did you have anything else that you wanted to add?
I would say, go over to the page, check it out. Every backing helps us get to those higher stretch goals to bring you guys even more awesome stuff. Magic Cop is totally sold out now, which is amazing. Thanks, man. Yeah, we kept it open after so we could sell our overstock, and we're sold out, which is really cool. And that helped us. We actually made a little bit of a profit off of that, so we could put it into the lost pages. So we've been fortunate enough to use that money to help us get some more colors and artwork out for you guys to see. So yeah,
it all went into the Simon Bisley Fund.
yeah, it did, man. That cover. So check out the page, and let us know what you guys think too. Go on over to our channel at Zaid Comics on YouTube and hit that sub, because we do streams all the time, and we're gonna have to get you on Arts to talk about the new black and white.
It will happen. Let's maybe late next week, early the following. Is that just as a tentative date?
Sure, yeah, that'd be awesome.
Because this week I actually, who was it? It was Skits, and that guy was so organized. He's like, I only have an hour because I'm going to do this guy's show, and then I'm going to do this show, and I'm like, holy shit, this guy's booked these these appearances, and I was like, why didn't I think of that? So this time out, I actually did book book appearances and stuff like that. So yeah, I was like, wow, that's pretty slick, man. So definitely. I think I'm pretty much booked till like Wednesday. So maybe later in the week,
we'll talk
next week or early, or maybe the weekends. Weekends are good for you. So maybe we could do something over the weekend.
Cool, yeah.
And hang out with you and Brandon. It'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, so you guys go check out the Lost Pages. The book is absolutely amazing. 8 days left. And you guys, the fun part about this is the more Phil gets, the more stretch goals and the more goodies, and the more things he can give back to you. So that's the fun aspect of these campaigns. So if you guys help him get these stretch goals, he can get all kinds of cool stuff to you. So so think about that. 8 days left. And then and Black and White, please go back it. We have like I said, all of this stuff is made. Like we have all the patches, we have hundreds of these things, and then we have the button set, and then here's the card, the trading card, and there's going to be 2 new trading cards with the campaign. So we're going to have the one that comes with all the tiers, which is based on the new artwork that Kyle Ritter and I did. And then have, if anybody pre-launched and signed up, we have the Zach Bradley 25th anniversary card for you guys as well. And then just to show you, the books are done, you guys. So they're here. They're just waiting to put your address on there, and to get them into a box. So that we got that. And then I have my 2 Capullo covers here. Yeah. My wife's like, here, this is all you get. So I have 2 Capullo covers for myself and 2 of the standard, covers that I did. And that's all I'm keeping for me.
Got to keep some, brother.
Yeah. Oh, I have to show you this. I showed this early on, but you'll probably like this, Phil, since your one character wears like a mask. So this is like a Ghost. So this is like a souvenir from that band Ghost. Yeah. And my daughter and I both love the band. Yeah. And we go see them all the time. We saw them at small clubs before they were big, and then we saw them at what was it? I forget. The Forum. We saw them at the Forum in like a big, huge show.
That's awesome.
So they're massive arena acts now. So yeah, I got that for Father's Day. So that's really cool. And then of course,
cool. There you go, brother.
Yeah. All right, man. So yeah, you guys. Lost Pages, the description is in, or the link is in the description. Black and White link is in the description. And also Chrono Mechanics, we had a major couple days. So we just unlocked a stretch goal for the embroidered patch. Ooh. So please check out Chrono. Back yourself a Chrono book. Back yourself a Lost Pages book.
Yeah.
Get yourself a Black and White book. These are good times, you guys. Good time for comic books. We're rocking it. We're trying to bring some good entertainment your way. So thanks for all the Father's Day well wishes, and we'll see you soon. Take care.
See you, everybody.